Yeah, so today I'm going to go ahead and be staining the bed that I made out of pine. Believe it or not, this is 2x4s. Just cleaned them up and they look great. I'm ready to stain them. We're using an oil-based, and the way you apply an oil-based is, or this particular oil-based, is you go ahead and you put it on and saturate the top coat, wait about a minute, and then go ahead and wipe it off. The wood's going to absorb what the wood absorbs, and then you want to wipe it off before it dries. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taping my brush because stain gets messy. So you're going to be wearing gloves because stain does exactly that, stain, and you don't want your fingers and hands the color of your bed. So I'm taping up my brush so this way you don't get the handle all full of stain because it is wood. Yeah, my name is Marco with A&M Handyman Services, and please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to hear from you. So we're going to be staining a pine bed today that I built, and these are the specific products you're going to need. You're going to need to pick your stain. You need to choose if you want to go water-based and oil-based. They both have their benefits and disadvantages. I chose oil. So this is the stain. It's a Varathane product, gold mahogany. Should be pretty. To apply that, basically with stain, you need to go ahead and saturate the top coat, saturate the wood, let it soak in a little bit, a minute, minute and a half. You don't really get any more benefits after like 2-3 minutes, and then wipe it off with a rag. So whatever rag you can find, preferably lint-free, definitely, because you don't want little lint in the wood. Then let it dry for a couple hours. You could do 2 coats. I'm specifically going to do 3 coats. Took a test piece of wood, and I got to see what it looks like. I like the 3-coat look. It's a little bit more work, but you do it once and you're good. So to apply, we have a soft bristle brush, specifically made for oil-based products. You want that because you want it to hold a lot of stain, but then also apply it in an even fashion. You want very soft bristles. If you have firm bristles, it can leave some streaking, which you don't want. I recommend taping up your handles because stain gets messy. Also go ahead and put paper on your table or wherever you're doing this, because stain does that, stain. So you can always take this off when you're all done and my handle is not full of the last product I applied. A rag to go ahead and wipe it off. Then once all your stain is done, and gloves. This is definitely something you want to use gloves for, because it's going to stain your fingers, and your fingers are going to be brown for at least 3 days. After your stain, okay, you want to put some kind of protective coating, because stain doesn't offer very much protection, it just colors the wood. So again, I'm doing the polyurethane, oil-based polyurethane. They have a water-based. I prefer the oil because it does leave a little bit thicker coating. So for scratch resistance, moisture, that kind of thing. Something to consider though is if you use an oil-based product, over time, 2, 3, 5, 6 years, the oil with the sun will start to amber in color. So it will become a little bit more amber. Now granted, because we're already doing a golden mahogany, I think it's going to work well. But if you did something very, very light, just note that if you use an oil-based polyurethane, it's going to amber. It's going to get a little more rich in color. To choose what product is best for you, I would go ahead and go to your local hardware store or paint store, and talk to the guys and gals over there, and they can go ahead and fit you out until you get comfortable with the products and see exactly how they turn out, what you like working with. It's best to utilize their expertise. Also try test samples. Take a piece of scrap wood, go ahead and apply and see what you like. Let me get you mine. All right, so here are some test pieces that I went ahead and did before you want to do your main piece. Of course, you want to be comfortable with what it's going to look like later. Don't just jump into it, unless you're going to go on the back and you're not going to see it anyway. But so for example, so this was the first color stain that we thought about. I thought it was too dark. This is the dark walnut, okay, on pine, which is the same type of species that we're putting on here. It's got some lights, darks, but I wasn't comfortable with it. I wanted something a little bit more richer. This is one coat of just polyurethane. As you can see, it keeps pretty much the color of the wood, and it just it puts a nice protective coating. I don't know if you could see a sheen on it, but it definitely has some waterproofing that comes with that for sure. And this is the bare, what it looks like. So upon deciding that we didn't want to do this color, we decided that we wanted to do this color, golden mahogany. So I took another test piece, and this is one coat, okay? So it's fairly light, you have your lights and darks, but it's generally going to be lighter. And then this is 2 coats, so it's a little bit more rich, a little bit more colorful, okay? And this is the 3 coats, which it's color like the best. I think it looks, it's like stain HD. But this is what we'll be doing, okay? Now this took 3 different applications. What does that mean? It means you put it on, wait a minute, wipe it off, let it dry for half an hour to an hour. It says 2 hours, but depending on your conditions, it could dry faster. You just don't want it tacky. You want it to be dry to the touch, where it's not coming off on your fingers. So then a second coat, do it again, wait another hour, and then your 3rd coat. And that's how you're able to achieve this. So instead of having to do it 3 separate occasions with 3 separate drying times, we tried something else. We tried applying a thick coat on top, completely saturated, and then just waiting 10 minutes and then wiping it off and see if we can achieve the same colors. And we got close. However, if you see a little bit of a difference here, the lights are very light and the darks are very dark, and here it's kind of more even with the 3 coats. So it's something to think about. So it's stain, unfortunately, not something you can go ahead and rush. If you want a very clean look like this, you're going to have to do 3 separate coats. If you're okay with this, with just applying it, letting it sit for 10 minutes and then wiping it off, you can do that as well. Just don't let it dry, because if it dries, it's going to be splotchy. And then you're going to have the same way a puddle forms, okay? The oil is going to form the same way on your piece. And then as it dries, you're going to see those indents and see those lines. And then the whole thing fixing that. So anyway, so I'm about to go ahead and get started. I look forward to showing you guys the finished product later. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, or like and subscribe, put something in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Wish me luck. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and apply our first coat. So yeah, you got your brush. I already did the headboard. Came out great. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. So I got my wet rag for applying it and smearing it together. And I got my dryer rag for removing excess. Okay. Something that's important with stain is you always want to make sure it's mixed. Okay, because sometimes the stain and pigment can settle, and that's a no-no because it's going to leave darker spots and lighter spots. So just shake it up a little bit. Go ahead and open it up with your paint key. They should give you this at the store when you go ahead and buy any paint product or stain product. And then go ahead and open it up. Alrighty. Here we go. So what I like to do is I like to use the brush because it leaves a nice thick, even coat. You'll see right now. Take a look. Soak it in. Try not to drip on what you're working on. And then just wipe it in or brush it in. You're just looking to get every single spot wet. That's pretty much it. Because the wood's going to suck in what the wood sucks in. And while you're at it, get the sides. Always start on the side you care about, not necessarily the back or anything else. Because what inevitably happens is when you do this, you'll get drips that occur on the undersides. Now, because it's the back or the side you're not going to see, who cares? So, little tip trick. And just keep applying it. Don't overcomplicate it. Again, because it's oil-based, you have some time before it dries. So you can, I'll feel confident enough where I can do one whole side, bed rail, and then go ahead and wipe it down without any fear of it coming out blotchy or drying unevenly or anything like that. Okay. When we start to see streaking, just go ahead and add more. And then you can even take from spots that have a lot on there, soak some up, and then wipe it down. Can't see what I'm doing over here too well. Again, this is the bottom on this side. I'm not too concerned about it, because if you're looking underneath my bed, probably not looking at my wood. You're looking for the remote control or your iPhone charger or something like that. So, and just keep going. Now, this, with a stain, you can go back and forth. It's okay, because it's going to pool and it's going to absorb what it takes. Don't worry about spraying like that. That's fine, because you're gonna apply more there anyway. But when it comes time for the polyurethane, that's a whole different ballgame, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Oopsies, look what I did there. It's a whole different ballgame with the polyurethane. That you need to apply purposefully. Okay, this little spot over here. Look at the end. Okay, now we're ready to wipe. I think I missed one spot over here. I did. Here we go. Now I like to take my wet rag, and it's wet because of the headboard. I use this to kind of smear it together, give myself even coverage, even coats. Because it's not removing really any stain, it's just moving it around. And you want to go with the grain. Okay. While I'm on this side, might as well hit the top. Okay, come around. And you want to, ideally you want to start at the ends and work your way over and then come up in a straight fashion. You don't want to necessarily start in the middle and dab it, because then what can happen is you get some lines. Okay, so now it's not picking up any, it's not removing any more stain, my wet rag. All right, so let's remove some of the excess stain with a dryer rag, something that's going to absorb excess. And you go ahead and wipe. See the difference? It's removing that excess stain that the wood is not absorbing. And that's what you want. That's how you're going to get even coverage. And there you go. That's the first coat on this bed rail. If you see a spot where you want a little bit more, it's totally okay. Take your wet rag, and just go ahead and apply it. And just go ahead and wipe off. And that's how you stain wood. Everything from what you need to know to the materials you'll need and the processes involved.